Oh, guys, what's going on? Welcome into the stream. Hopefully, you're having a fantastic Monday as we now transition into New Year's Eve, getting ready to the week of New Year's Eve. There's just so much going on today on the sports betting calendar. It's going to be difficult to try to fit it all in within an hour, so we might be going a little bit beyond an hour on the stream today. We have college basketball. We have some games going on right now. We have a really big NBA slate. NHL slate, Monday Night Football, and we did have one college football game earlier today, but there's just so much going on today that it's just one of those real magical days that we want to just jump into and smash a bunch of bets, and that's what we're going to do. We have a lot of promos and discounts and various different things going on today, so we want to definitely take full advantage of it. Let's just jump into it. I got DFS set up, ready to rock and roll, and let's go. Jordan, what's going on, Wilbo? It was. Appreciate it. And hopefully yours was as well. Hopefully you had a solid Christmas. Hopefully all of you out there are having a very strong holiday season thus far. And I finally went ahead and created just a filter so that I could just, refresh the page for DFS. Guys, we have quite a bit of parlay play value out there. We have some better value as well. So we do have some discounts on better. I shared earlier on Twitter a better discounted slip for Puka Nacua. We also have a Cooper Flag discount as well. So his over on his PRA. So we're going to look at that with Josh Giddey over on threes and Advita over on his rebounds. So we're going to go ahead and rip through this better discounted slip really quick. And then we'll go ahead and get into parlay play. And then we'll look at PrizePicks and underdog and just kind of roll through. You guys know for the OGs and DGens, you guys kind of know the drill. But really quickly, both of these plays I like on Giddey and Advita. We're taking this at a 3-pick slip, no insurance. Getting this at minus 122 odds. That's below these odds, the fair odds range over here at Pinnacle. So this is definitely a solid slip. $10 max entry for myself at least, guys. Pays out $60 or 6x payout, which is what we're looking for. And so we start the stream off as usual with a better slip. Ken, what's up? Irish, how are you? Rick, yo. So there's a 3-pick slip, guys, over there on Better, taking advantage of the Cooper Flag discount, which is awesome. Definitely awesome. Holiday season is now kind of behind me in terms of all my, had some friends and family come and visit, and now they've kind of come and went. So getting back to more of a normal streaming schedule, guys. I will say for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, guys, there will be one stream for each one of those days. So tomorrow I'm looking to have 2 streams, and then Wednesday, Thursday, 1 stream, and then Friday looking to get back to the 2 streams a day. And then obviously a stream on Saturday and on Sunday. Let's refresh this page. And I want to grab, for any of my people out there that have parlay play, obviously it's available out here to me in Arizona. And so I'm definitely going to look to take advantage of this. Kyron Williams boost over 63.5 yards. This is probably, not sure how much they're going to let me put on this, but it's fine. Let's look at this Bridges play. His under 1.5 made threes. This is Mikal Bridges. And pretty good payout for that one. And then we'll take Jordan Poole over on his threes as well. And so we'll put together this as a 3-pick slip. All right, perfect. And looks like the max that I can put on this, not sure what they're going to let me do. I'd love to put the full amount that I have on here. Yeah, they'll let me do it. Nice. Okay. So this is a 3-pick slip here. Again, I don't know how to share the slip on parlay play, but we took advantage of Bridges, Poole, and Williams. I only had about $20 in the account, so I put my full $20, or I had like $19 on this. But there we go. That's a 3-pick slip over on parlay play, which nice to be able to hit that up. Right now, guys, we are just devigging to Pinnacle. Worst case, I have the 9 most popular DFS books kind of picked, right? And we're just kind of ripping through those plays, seeing what we have. Looks like on PrizePicks, we got, I shared this earlier with Bijan, however you want to say his name, over on his catches. I'll go back to the well and add this again. Solid, over 4.5 catches. Carlton Carrington, or Bub Carrington, over 4.5 assists in this Suns-Wizards game. Let's go to the NBA. What do we got here? Got to move quickly. All right, we got those two. And then don't see anything else. So let's look at the sharp money tool for a second. Can I find a fourth play? Cam Thomas. Under on his PRA. So we'll grab this one as our fourth and final play. Cam Thomas. Under, what is it? Did they already, no, it's 22.5? Yeah, under 22.5. And we'll share this. This is a prize pick slip, guys. 3-pick entry, no insurance. There we go. All right, there's the link for the 3-pick. So we hit up prize picks. We hit a parlay play. We hit a better. Nice. Again, guys, with that Bijan play, I'm willing to put him on 2 different slips. That's really my max. Really, it's a really high risk, high reward type of scenario there. Right, if you put Bijan on like 6 different prize pick slips and he gets 2 catches, you're going to be really sad. So, obviously if he gets like 7 catches, we're like, yo, what's up? That's awesome. But I prefer to just put him on 2 different slips. That's the most I'm willing to have some exposure on that play. Trent, what's going on? Rick, Billy did in a few slips cash from the live stream. Yeah, I want to say, obviously I didn't live stream this morning or yesterday. On Saturday, I believe, what was Saturday? Saturday was the 27th. Yeah, we had this slip cash for us, guys. I know this one for sure. This was an underdog 3-pick slip I shared with you guys. The crazy part about this slip, too, was I happened to look at halftime, and I saw that Precious had 15 PRA at halftime. And I'm like, oh, dude, this is going to cash with ease. He literally got 1 rebound or assist in the second half. It was actually a bit of a sweat, but we had this one. Appreciate it, Trent. Big fan of purple. Maybe not so much a fan of Rockies, but I like the cap. I like the purple, and purple's like my favorite color. Shout out to my mom for that one. That's her favorite color. So big fan of purple, and so that's why the Rockies cap works so well. So we did cash this one. I can't remember if we hit up. Let me look at my better slips if we hit any up there. This was, yeah, we cashed this one too. Shout out to Irish for telling me about this one. This was the Omari and Hampton Sam Merrill play. This was that 2-pick entry that they're paying you out a little extra. Right, you only have to put up a 2-pick slip to get that 6x payout. Obviously, that's very high EV, guys. These slips we're making on better right now are 3 picks to get a 6x payout. These only have to be 2 picks to get it. So Omari and Hampton's touchdown helped us up, and we had Merrill's over on his 3s, which was awesome. So those were 2 slips I know that we cashed on Saturday. I can't remember what else we cashed. But let's go back over the EV tool. We'll refresh this once more. We're going to look to see if we can get some DraftKings pick 6, maybe some underdog. Colin Murray Boyles, not very good for a 3-pick slip. Let's go over the sharp money tool. What do we got here? Cousins on his passing completions. London on his receptions. Obviously, guys, this is strong correlation on better. If we could hit this up on better without any nerfed payouts, then I love it. Really like that. Now, they obviously on better also have Drake London, Parkinson, and Giannis on their boosts here. On his like points and rebounds, if we take like the over. Drake for like an anytime TD, which could be pretty decent as well. But let's see if we can hit this up without really any issues. So we're looking for what? Receptions? London over 5.5. And then passing completions. We're looking for Cousins over as well. And then we could add Cam Thomas again. I could add Giannis under on his rebounds. And I'm really looking, guys, when I'm putting together this 3-pick slip, can I get this at a 6x payout? And unfortunately, I can't. It's a 4x payout, which sucks. So they obviously are counting that correlation. This is always just something that you want to try, guys, with these. If I'm putting together a 3-pick slip on Better and I'm like, hey, can I take Cousins over on completions, Drake London over on receptions? That's highly correlated. Can we still get a 6x payout? If we can, go bet that. If we can't, then obviously the books have kind of caught up on what's going on. For my parameters here, guys, my filters, it's pretty simple. It's just player props. I have the DFS books selected for today, and it's $250 pinnacle limit. If I take this away, we'll see more options, right? On the Sharp Money tool. Karl Anthony Towns, somebody has about $1,200. They want the under on his rebounds and assists. So I'll jump in on that with Towns. And then I'll probably remove, which one do I like more? Do I like Cousins more? Or do I like London more? I like the Cousins play a little bit more. So the under 17.5 rebounds and assists. And let's remove London. And then let's come over here to Giannis and hit his under up on his rebounds. All right, this is going to be, again, another 3-pick entry over here, guys, on Better, 6x payout, and I'll share this link with anyone that has access to Better. Saints fan, what's going on? All right. We do have some Onyx parlay boosts, guys. I am logged into DraftKings. I have to take a look at the pick six and see what they have. So let me take a screenshot of this and let's kind of get rocking and rolling. We have a 30% winnings boost for the NBA, for the NFL, which is nice. So we'll claim both of those. Let me take a screenshot here. Let's head over to the optimizer. Let's first show Dabble for my Dabble people that want something. If I had an account with Dabble, and let's say I was in Florida, just hanging out with my dad on vacation, visiting him, if I was doing that, this is what I would go with. I'd definitely go with Oso on his rebounds. There'd be one play. Okay. And then Koulibaly, no doubt about that. Under on his points and rebounds. And I would take probably Colin Murray Boyles under on his points as well. This is minus 173 on FanDuel. I would literally take this play, the points and rebounds on Koulibaly, and then Murray Boyles on his points. These are all unders. Those would be my first 3 plays over on Dabble. So I'll kind of pause here for a second for anyone that's looking to get in on that. Those would definitely be the plays. The Brandon Miller on his rebounds and assists, I'm okay with. Right? A lot of books have it at 6.5. We're getting it at 7. It's the over, so, a little bit there. Obviously, and also, guys, we have like a billion NHL games, so anytime goal scores, guys, make sure to get locked and loaded, ready to hit those up. I would say for anyone that has a Kambi account, MGM, Circa, or FanDuel, those are the 4 books. Obviously, with Kambi, there's a lot of books within that family, but those are going to be the 4 books that are going to probably show us the most value on NHL anytime goal scores, at least based on the parameters that I have set up. So appreciate you guys just kind of filtering in, hanging out with me. We're kind of ripping through some plays, ripping through some slips. It's an extremely busy Monday today in the sports betting world. These are the days that I absolutely drool over. This is exactly what I want. I am going to be betting my dick off all day long on sports. It's going to be incredible. One thing that I'm going to note, guys, as we proceed into the final week of the NFL season, this is the time of the year where, like the Steelers-Ravens game, obviously I'm a Steelers fan, but that's a game that has a lot of implications. That's a game I want to bet on. Some of these teams don't have anything to play for. So when you're looking at player props for this upcoming week's NFL games, keep that in mind. Some of these guys are obviously auditioning for keeping their jobs for other teams or just putting some tape out there. But just remember, the teams that have nothing to play for, be very careful of placing bets. This happens with every sport at the end of the season. Breaks my heart to say that the NFL season is concluding. But the regular season, guys, these teams that have nothing to play for, I normally don't like to bet on them all that much, right? So just be mindful of that for Week 18. And then also pay attention to some players that have maybe certain bonus incentives for touchdowns, receiving yards, catches. One of my favorite things to do, guys, go check out the Fantasy Footballers podcast. They always do a great job of highlighting that bonus incentives for certain players on their episodes this week so that you know maybe who to focus on and target. There could be some EV plays out there for certain players that are going to hit certain milestones, get paid an extra $250, maybe $500,000 or $100,000 just based off of hitting a certain milestone that has a high incentive. No doubt about that, right? Last year, the Buccaneers literally force-fed the ball to Mike Evans so that he could get another 1,000-yard receiving season. So keep that stuff in mind when you're looking at those types of things. All right, that's for Dabble at the moment. We'll pull up Fliff for any of my Fliff people. Let's go like a minus 175 to plus 200 odds range. Let's go minimum of 3 minimum data points. Skunky, que pasa? Way. What's going on, man? Hopefully you're having a solid day, Skunky. Appreciate you as always tuning in, and always appreciate all the OGs and DGens tuning in. This is just an OGs and DGens chat at the moment, guys. Very busy day. Want to make sure that I'm offering that the chat is open to premium members. If you guys want to join, it's going to be over on my YouTube homepage for $1.99 a month or $4.99 a month. You can join as a premium member. But right now the chat is just for members only. So I will be opening up the chat for everybody during certain streams, select streams, when there's not as much going on. Typically, I will say probably the morning streams, guys, where obviously we don't have as many viewers in the morning streams. That'll be for everybody. The evening streams are going to be more for the premium members because of just how much activity we have going on. We'll also showcase, I don't really like anything that I see on Fliffs over at Rebet. Let's see what we have over there. Okay. The Eves Missy play, don't really care too much about. This is only 6 cents off on the Pacers Rockets over. Barely has an edge. Probably wouldn't based off of that. What else do we got here? That's pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much it. Not much on Rebet, to be brutally honest there. DraftKings pick 6. I'm locked and loaded on pick 6. Let's start with the NBA, then we'll go to the NFL. Ant, over on his PRA. It's very good. It's good to FanDuel. It's not very good, or it's good to Pinnacle. It's not very good to FanDuel. I'm still willing to go in on Ant, right? And the reason I'm willing to go on Ant is because he's literally the type of player, guys, that if it's a game, if it comes down to the fourth quarter, he's going to have the ball in his hands. That doesn't mean that we want to just take his over. It's good to Pinnacle. I'm willing to go on this because of the type of player who he is. And he can obviously score 40 without any rebounds or assists. He just has that in him. Same here with Amen Thompson. Under on his points. Good to Pinnacle. Not great to FanDuel. But I'm still okay with it because we're also going to be getting some type of boost as well. So the under on his points. Wemby, under on his PRA. Kind of similar. It's good to Pinnacle. It's not, maybe it's okay to Pinnacle. Not so much to FanDuel. Oso on his points. I'm okay with this as well. Now we need a 4-pick entry, so this is what it's going to be, guys. I'm most fine with all these. Wemby, under on his 37.5 PRA. 4-pick entry here, guys. Max $10 bet for me, at least. I'll share this with you guys. This is the 4-pick boosted slip on pick 6. There it is. All right, let's see what else we have in terms of league. Let's go to the NFL. Again, it's always it's difficult with pick 6 on the NFL because there's only one game going on. Bijan, we've talked about this before. I like it to Pinnacle. I have quite a bit of Bijan out there. Let's type in Rams, see what we have. Stafford, don't care for that one. Kyron, under on his rushing yards. Okay. David, I don't really, the Kyron one, not crazy about it, to be honest. Davis Allen, I'm all right with that. So Davis Allen under on his receiving yards. Talking about Bijan, how I've already have him on a couple of slips. They've already nerfed his payout on the over 4.5 catches, so that's dead. What else do we have here? Colby Parkinson, not really. Stafford under on his completions. Not really. What do we got in the Falcons side of the ball? Drake London, not really. Cousins, no. Pinnacle's at 20.5 minus 121. We need the over 21.5. That's garbage. Man, it's always difficult. Mooney, Algier, okay. And then Bijan on his receiving yards. All right, the Mooney plays. Mooney's fine. It's not great. It's just okay. Again, though, we need a 4-pick slip to get this boost, which is difficult. Over on his rushing yards at 73.5. Not good to Pinnacle. Yeah, this is difficult for me. We'll take London over on his receiving yards. Okay. It's not great. To be honest, guys, it's not. I just like the player a little bit more. If I can take Cousins over on his passing yards, I would be a little bit more interested in that at 225 with this boost. Okay. So this is what I'm going with here. Under on Mooney's receiving yards, but then we're taking London's over receiving yards, Cousins over passing yards, Davis Allen under. There we go. All good, Irish. All good, man. No worries at all. I always appreciate you reminding me. Okay, so there's the NFL and NBA slip. To be very blunt with you guys, I prefer the NBA slip over the NFL slip. It's not great. I'm not loving the picks on the NFL slip, but that boost is solid. So it's definitely a good boost. Okay. Let's head over to the arbitrage tool because we're going to be spending a bunch of time on the EV tool. So for my arbitrage people, here we go. Caruso, Fanatics, Props Builder. This is awesome. Looks really good. Culinary Boyles, obviously Hard Rock. You know, you can have this. These are really good bets to place, guys, in terms of arbs. You can make some really good money here. Klingen, what I found, guys, is that the player double market, you can get more money down on that market compared to maybe some player points or the player points and rebounds type of market. So this play on Bovada, Sportzino, this is a great one. This is over 5% return. Again, we want to keep our bet sizes ending in zeros and in fives. So this is perfect. $100 here, $70 here. That's great, right? If you're looking at like $50, then just put this at 35. Okay. But if you're, like 115, like don't bet $81. Don't bet $81.18. Either bet $80 or just play around with this calculator until you can find something that works. Like 120 and 85 is a lot better. Or, 110 and 77, I don't like that. So play around with the calculator and say, okay, I can go 75 and 105, right? I'm sacrificing like 88 cents, not a big deal. So I'm always mindful of thinking about the calculator and what I'm putting into this in terms of betting. Now, be careful with these risky bets, guys. I don't mess around with those at all. House rules on different sports books are different, a little bit different. So if this guy doesn't play or, something like that, you might get one bet refunded to you. So I stay away from risky bets. If you're very familiar with the house rules at the certain sports books, then obviously go after these. But, if you're like me and you're not really sure the house rules on the Hard Rock or Props Builder, then just avoid these altogether. But this would be the time of the day that I would attack player props, right? We're like 90 minutes out or less from some of these NBA games starting. Obviously, this Mavericks Trailblazers game, this is a little further out in advance. So maybe you just focus on the Knicks and the Pelicans game, or the Suns and the Wizards is even better. This Koulibaly play because this game starts in like 35 minutes. So this would be something that I would definitely go after. Little things like that, guys, when you're thinking about it. While I like the cling and play in terms of the market, I would rather bet this Raptors Magic game because this is closer to tip. So it's pretty simple with arbitrage betting, guys. Just choose the sports books that you have accounts with. I go for pregame up to 10% max, right? You want main markets and player props. I don't really bet a lot of alt markets. If you want to bet alt markets, wait until you're closer to when the game starts, because then that's at least a bit better in terms of masking your action. But not a lot of people are betting alt markets. And these alt markets, you can't bet a lot of money in these markets to begin with. So they're all around, in my opinion, garbage for arbitrage betting. You can arb them and make money, but they don't accept a lot of money. So if you want to make serious money arbitrage betting, this isn't the market that you're going to be able to do that in. So I just avoid it altogether. Over here on the positive EV tool, let's head up and let's get started with some NHL. Well, let's first start off with anytime touchdown scores. There's not much going on, so we can quickly move through here. My parameters, guys, minus 150, plus 150. Okay, you can expand this if you want, but this is slightly worse or better than a flip of a coin, depending on which side we're betting on, right? I like to see a 1% minimum EV edge. It's pinnacle. It's worst case. You could also use additive or power. I'm fine with any three of these. And at the moment, it's Kyron, and it's a slim edge. Now, this is like the best touchdown scorer in terms of the Rams. This dude is like an automatic touchdown scorer. So this 1% edge, it's low, but still an edge right before game time. If I wanted to go hit this up on Bet Rivers at minus 108, I'm cool with it. And I'm most likely going to do it, guys. It's really just a Canby Sportsbook play, but I know that they're going to let me bet some money over there because we're less than 2 hours away from kickoff. It's a very popular market. So just to give you an example, yesterday had a horrible day on Dub Club. To all my people, I always appreciate the people on Dub Club riding the highs and the lows with me. It was bad. It was a bad day. But I was still able to bet $140 on Saquon Barkley anytime touchdown, because this is a very popular casual recreational market that the D-Gen bettors love to wager on. So this is a market, guys, even on a limited Canby account, check it out. You might be able to get something down over there. So I'm going to go in for a 150 spot here on Kyron. Even though it's a little bit above the recommendation, I like it. And so we're going to grab this right here on Bet Rivers. Again, the Odds Jam Bet Tracker, guys, completely free. Been using it for a while. Really like it. Don't mind this play. Small edge, but I still like it. And especially, guys, on a market like that, we're so close to kickoff, any kind of edge that you can find on a really popular market can be really, really good. Let's go and take a look at some anytime NHL goal scorers. This could be bananas. Okay, we got 9 results right now. Get ready to lock and load. First up, Adam Fantilli, circa. FanDuel, you can bet this definitely on the Canby Sportsbooks, 225 as well. So if you have Bet Rivers, Ballybet, this is still a 4% edge. If you have DraftKings, this is just under a 3% edge. So FanDuel, Circa, DraftKings, Canby Sportsbooks. I would definitely go bet Adam Fantilli. He plays for the Blue Jackets, if memory serves me correct. And I'm going to log in and place this bet right now. OddsJam's telling me to bet $200 on it. I'm in. Say no more, OddsJam. I got you. Again, a big part of what I do, guys, on these streams, I just don't tell you to bet something. I bet it myself. You actually watch me place the bet. I don't know how many other people out there that live stream, other than, the Odds Jam people, actually show you them placing the bet on the screen. So I'm a big, big proponent of showing, not just telling you to bet something. I actually do it myself. $200 on Fantilli. Bingo. There we go. $200 pays me out $460 of profit. Great edge on this play. This is a market. This is my best market in 2025. It's not even close. The ROI that I have on anytime goal scores, it is rock solid. So we're in for $200. I could have went for maybe $250 if I wanted to, but I'm okay with $200. That's pretty good. Again, we realistically only have a 32% chance of winning this bet. So for those of you out there, like, why would you bet so much money on a long shot underdog? Because we're getting paid out way more than what we should. Pinnacle thinks that we should be getting paid out roughly $211.33 for a $100 wager. we're getting paid out $230 on that $100 wager on these two books. So we're getting a lot of extra money in our pocket. So again, guys, if you consistently bet plus 230 odds range and you win 35% of your bets, you are a very profitable sports bettor. Okay, if you win anything above 35%, you're insanely profitable. Okay, so that means that there's a 68% chance that I could lose this bet. But we're getting paid out more than what we should. Very high edge play here. Rinse and repeat. And once you get comfortable, once you for me, this is a market that I make a lot of money on. There's no real second guessing here. I've been using the same strategy now for 3 months. It's made me a lot of money. So I don't really need to overthink it. It's a very simple process. Panarin, Canby Sportsbook, looks really good at plus 205. Over at FanDuel, it's a slight edge. If I go into the calculator, type in plus 195 odds, it's less than 1%. I would not bet this on FanDuel. But on Bet Rivers, on Ballybet, I would. I actually have a round robin with Panarin already in. So I'm not going to put any more money on this play. I have a little 3-pick round robin on Canby right now, and Panarin's one of the picks, so I'm good. Nichushkin, Avs, Kings, Fanatics, FanDuel. I mean, Fanatics is a joke of a sports book to make money on. It's so easy. So FanDuel has the same odds as Fanatics. I'm not afraid of FanDuel here. So go bet this on either one of these books. I'm going to go do that right now. I'm probably going to go in for a 150 spot. Avs and the Kings. This is a late night game, I believe. Yeah, right here. Nichushkin. Anytime goal scorer. Nope. Plus 240 odds. Double check it. Bingo. And I'll go in for a 150 spot here. So there it is. Shout out to Dr. Pepper Zero. I know I got a lot of flack last time. Not flack, but a lot of people in here don't like Dr. Pepper Zero. I don't know, man. I think you're missing out on a really good soda. It's 23 flavors in one. Really, really tasty. But we do got a few peeps in here. I think some OGs and DGens. Just not a fan of Dr. Pepper. By the way, I bought this at the grocery store the other day. For all my members out there, I'm curious. Thoughts on? I bought this. We call it out in Pittsburgh Pop. So at the grocery store the other day, I ended up buying for my girlfriend's sister. We bought some Squirt soda pop, and want to get your guys' thoughts for any of you that are OGs and DGens that have had Squirt. Would love to know, what do you think of it? Is it tasty or is it garbage? For my Circa people, Blue Jackets in Ottawa again. Marchenko to score. It's a 2.5% edge. So if you drop this down over at FanDuel plus 240 odds, it's just over a 1% edge. It's a big drop off, guys, even though it's only a 5-cent movement. So I would not bet this on FanDuel, but for Circa, go ahead and check it out. Marchenko to score a goal. Same with Landeskog. This is really only a Circa only play. Got a lot of recommendations in either this Blue Jackets game or in the Kings Avalanche game. Lehkonen, just under 2%. This would be a FanDuel play. Again, I would not play this on Circa. FanDuel for Lehkonen, I'm willing to go, $70 here. Maybe 75. Put that over there, right? I want to make sure I'm placing the appropriate amount, guys, based on my edge. Sometimes I go a little bit above. This time I'm just going a little bit above what I should be wagering based off the edge. Right, just because it's almost a 2% edge play doesn't mean that I go bet $600 on this. Keep it relatively realistic. These other plays here, guys, Marchand, okay. And then Netchus, again, same game here. I don't know if I'm going to go after Netchus on DraftKings. A little low for me. But if you can find some kind of boost, guys, then obviously it's definitely worth it. Rick, no worries, Rick. No worries at all, man. I got a taste for sweets sometimes, so I drink the zero sugar pop, which will probably kill me in 20 years, but for now, I'm definitely enjoying it. So we'll come back to some anytime goal scores, but it's a lot of games going on today, guys. We got some good options. Obviously, if you're in Dub Club, you already got the picks. We gave out 5 different picks today in Dub Club for anytime goal scores. So I'm looking to get back on the right track with Dub Club today. Okay. Let's take a little look at, I'm trying to think what we want to go to next. Let's take a look at some college hoops. We'll use Bookmaker as the sharp. And let's go to some college hoops and see what we have for mainline markets. And we'll kind of keep it within this. Jack and Coke, Rick. There we go. I mean, that's a big one for me. I'm a big Crown Royal and Coke kind of guy. And it's got to be regular Coke. Or specifically out here in the Southwest, Mexican Coca-Cola. Mexican Coca-Cola is like actual real sugar. And it's delicious. So that's how it is all day long. I was gifted a very nice gift, guys. I had the Crown Royal chocolate this past weekend. Delicious, just on the rocks. For anyone out there that's it's something new that I wasn't sure to mix it with, but I just had some Crown Royal chocolate. It was gifted to me just on the rocks. It was fantastic. So highly advised for any of you guys that like Crown Royal. Definitely, if you haven't already, check out the chocolate. Skunky, good on you, bro. Good on you, man. Good on you for sure. Yeah, Irish, definitely mentioned the Onyx boost. We have multi-sport boost. We have an SGP with the Rams and the Falcons. So we'll be getting to that here shortly. We obviously have some DraftKings. We have a 30% boost. It's a live boost today, guys, on FanDuel. That kind of sucks in terms of it's just a live boost. Nothing really much going on over there. And I got to log back in, but we definitely got some touchdown parlay boost. Not much. Little SGP boost on DraftKings for the NBA. All right, so we're looking at some different plays over here. Cleveland State money line. Interesting. This is an ARB to Pinnacle. Now, Pinnacle's taking $3,000 on this market. I want to see what Bookmaker's taking. There you go, Jordan. Little Crown Apple and Sprite. I would say Crown Apple's the apple's good. I would say my favorite's probably the vanilla. Do a little Crown Vanilla with Coca-Cola. That's probably my favorite. Also, the Crown Royal Blackberry with lemonade. Big fan of doing like lemonade with Crown Royal Blackberry. That's a good one. Still love the OG. Have had a lot of different crowns back in the day, but they've obviously upped their flavors a little bit. So let's take a look at this Cleveland State game. And I think I continued my streak, guys, of 37 straight years without trying eggnog. Haven't tried eggnog yet. Don't know if I'll ever want to do it. Just not really, I don't think I'd like it. But one of these days I might have to give it a chance. So unfortunately, Bookmaker's only taking about $3,700 on Cleveland State. So Circa's taking $2,000. Pinnacle's taking $3,000. So the problem here for me is this is just Pinnacle's the outlier here, to be honest. So who's moving in one direction? That's what I want to know. And Pinnacle just moved. And they just moved recently. So I do not like this. I don't like betting the book that just moved, guys. So like we're being recommended to bet this on Pinnacle or Bet 105, but their odds just went from like, what is it? Their odds just moved from, what is it, minus 122 to minus 107. So I don't like that. So this is a play that I'm just going to stay away from in general. Now, if Bookmaker had like Cleveland State money line at like 10,000 liquidity, then I would be more interested in betting this on Bet 105, but just not right now. Eggnog's minus EV Orty. Diplomatico rum from Venezuela with Coke is the best. Wilbo, appreciate that. I don't mind a little rum and Coke. And definitely during the holiday season, guys. Definitely give me, for any OGs and DGens, appreciate you sharing. Anyone else, feel free to share your favorite combo in terms of a cocktail that you really enjoy. Used to really enjoy cranberry with red berry Ciroc. That was kind of one of my, I was like a really a berry type flavor. One of my favorites. And then also, you could do a couple different things with this one. The sweet tea vodka, Sweet Caroline sweet tea vodka, with either then just like iced tea, right? Just to have sweet tea, or do it with a lemonade for a little Arnie Palmer. Big fan of the sweet tea vodka. I'm more of a vodka whiskey kind of guy. Not much on the mezcal, not much on the tequila, and obviously then rum as well. Bracco here with this play with South Dakota. So this is a big difference here again between Pinnacle and Bookmaker. Now, Arizona's the number one or one of the top teams in the country. South Dakota State, and not really much. They're a small school. We're looking at this over 158. What do we have here? Yeah, and bookmakers only taking about $1,000. So I don't really like this at all. So going to just stay away from this one as well. For my people out there that are using No Vig or Profit X, these next couple of plays here, totally fine with you guys grabbing these plays. I'm not really going to overthink this. It has an edge to bookmaker, which is good, and the liquidity is under $300. So go grab it. Now, this Evansville-Bradley game, that's a different story because that's $1,400 on two smaller schools. And by the way, guys, within the next week or two, I'm going to be traveling back to Pennsylvania, going back home for probably about 2 weeks. So enjoy, for any of you that are using ProfitX and NoVig right now, enjoy it, because when I get back to PA, I'm going to be smashing NoVig and ProfitX on the streams. Let's look at Prairie View A&M, like Texas A&M, Prairie View A&M. Yeah, this is just too small, Mix the eggnog with Crown Vanilla. I'm a bartender. Trust me, Anton. Oh, Rick, not sure if you've had that one yet, but Crown Vanilla and eggnog. Appreciate that one, Anton. And then Saints fan says, summertime, absolute Mandarin, Sprite, splash of OJ. Ooh, don't mind a little summertime right now. Okay, so I'm not thoroughly impressed at the moment with really anything that I'm seeing, at least for myself, to bet. There's definitely maybe a couple plays out there. What about this Mount St. Mary's? That's gone. Let's refresh the page once more. Okay, not much. Not much. All right, let's set this up now let's look at this Onyx boost. Okay, so Onyx has some different parlay boosts out there, guys. The SGP boost with the Rams, I'm just going to be upfront. It's going to probably be very difficult to try to find something. We'll do our best. We'll see what's up. Get rid of alt markets. Date ranges for today. And I don't know. Let's keep this at like a minus 175. Holy smokes. All right, let's clear this out and do it again. If you guys are finding any of this informational thus far, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Helps me out a lot, guys. And the whole goal is to really kind of break down my process of how I like to bet on sports so that you can copy and paste this for yourself so that you can go attack the sports books with confidence. Trust me, there's nothing bigger than having confidence when you're sports betting. And normally you're only confident when you're either up a lot of money or you know that even if you're losing right now, you've beaten certain markets or certain sports or certain books, and you're confident in that process. So, Champagne, under on his points, that's gone. One other thing, guys, that I like to do, a little tip here, I like to also select DraftKings with Onyx. And what I'm really looking for is where's the combo at? Where's it at? Is it not here? Dude, okay. Normally, I like to see it where these books are side by side, because this is what happens all the time. I've talked to people in the past. They're like, Billy, I can't get a play on Onyx, dude. Like, none of these plays are real. Well, here's why. When you open up this Ryan Rollins play and it says, yo, bet this at minus 110 on Onyx, well, just take a look at DraftKings odds. If it's minus 120, that's the actual odds. So this play is a ghost. It's not real because Onyx hasn't updated it yet to DraftKings. So if I tried to bet this Ryan Rollins play right now, and I would be very confident that I'm betting this and it's going to just turn me away. So let's go to the points, rebounds, and assists. Yeah, they just updated it right now. They just updated it when I pulled it up. So it's minus 122. So you're seeing this right here. But then over on Onyx, when I pull this off to the side, you can see that this is minus 122. Right? So this happens all the time. So the first thing that you want to do is, and guys, if you live in a state where you don't have DraftKings, add it to your books that you can view. So come up to your profile. And I know I'm not ripping through a play right now, guys, but come over to your excluded books. If you live in a state like Florida where you're like, Billy, I can't use DraftKings, make sure there's no check mark on DraftKings, because this is going to allow you to rip through Onyx plays a lot quicker to see if it's real or not. So once you do that, guys, make sure you click Save Changes. Come back over to the EV tool. And then if you see this play on Nas Reed, just check DraftKings odds, because that's the actual real odds that you're going to be receiving on Onyx. So it's not plus 114, it's plus 110, which this is still EV. It's 2.5% edge, so I'm okay with it. Reed over on his rebounds. So we'll try our best to cook this up. Onyx is the biggest reason why I don't play a lot of Onyx parlays on the stream, guys, is because it's such a pain in the ass to actually try to put together a slip without wasting everyone's time. I'm very mindful of being time sensitive to your guys' time. And so that's normally why I don't put together a lot of Onyx parlays. I try my best, but yeah, this replay just dropped down to plus 108. So it's a slight edge. What else do we got? Brunson under on his threes at plus 103. This might not even be there anymore, but still, if it's not, it's okay. Where's the Knicks game at? Yeah, it's at minus 102, which is not good, and just updated right now. So this is kind of the pain in the ass part with Onyx. It's just such a pain in the butt. All right, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on assist. I really lean on Pinnacle here. I like that play. That's a play that I'm definitely interested in. I'm still fine with the Naz Reid play, guys. Nugent-Hopkins to get an assist tonight for the Oilers. They're taking on the Jets. Okay, plus 118. Cool. Any hockey plays are normally good. We could take Draisaitl as well. I don't know if they're going to give us a little nerf on this. Draisaitl over on his points at 1.5. I like this as well. This is obviously, guys, has some correlation. If Leon Potts won tonight, Nugent-Hopkins sets him up with the assist. Like, that's what we like to see. So we can get the 25% Super Monday boost. What do we got here? We should be receiving odds of plus 866 on these three picks. Even with the boost, it's only plus 755, which sucks. So let's remove Leon then. Okay, that's probably what's causing it, is because of the correlation, which is fine. Jordan Poole. Okay. We'll take Jordan Poole over on his threes. I'll double check there to look at the line movement here. That's important. I do like Pinnacles moving down a little bit. That's fine. I'm okay with Jordan Poole over on his threes. Again, Knicks Pelicans. And we click the add to parlay right here. That's how, if you guys are wondering how I'm getting this pulled up, we should be receiving odds of maybe a plus 926. It's a lot better now. So this is going to be the 3-pick slip, guys, over here on Onyx. What's the max wager? It is $20. Odds have changed. On who? Nugent-Hopkins. Oh, all right, that's fine. Let's swap out Nugent-Hopkins, and let's see if we can add Leon then. I'll add Leon at plus 113. That's still a really good play as well. Oh, yeah, there we go. All right, that's still really good. Okay, there it is, guys. 3-pick slip. Share this in. Lynn, really appreciate you, man. And all the OGs and DGens, please welcome in Lynn. Very kind of you, man, to support the channel and join as a DGen. Thank you so much for the support. Kind of catch back up with everybody else. Jordan said he's been on the coconut rum with pineapple juice and cranberry juice lately. Jordan, am I from PA? Yeah, I'm from the Pittsburgh area. From a little bit, about 45 minutes south of Pittsburgh is where I'm from. Ken is not confident at the moment. A little bit of a losing streak. Ken, all been there. We've been there before, my friend. Trust me, it'll turn around. Just keep betting with that edge. It'll work for you. But we've all been there. Even I get my confidence shaken many a times. Many of times. So Nugent-Hopkins, we're going to take him out. And then we'll add Leon in right here. Throw him in. And then this was, what, a $20 bet? And then I'll click the plus sign over here on Onyx. And again, guys, that's how you add the parlays to your bet tracker. And then if you come over to the bet tracker, you click this little pencil sign here. You can do this on the mobile. If you use your cell phone and you go on the website like Google Chrome or Safari on your phone and go over to OddsJam, you can do all this on your phone as well, guys. I don't really know how to do it on the app, so I don't. Click Odds Boost, $20. We're getting this at $10.93, right? And there we go. That's That's all we need. So there's an Onyx play. Let's get back over to the EV tool, and let's take a look at the Sharp Money tool as well. So let's select all the books, all the markets today, and let's just see what we got going on. What's the top play? Top play is Top play is the Rangers on the money line. Poly market, for those of you that don't know, you can now bet over a poly market if you live in the United States. Trade predictions market, guys, is an incredibly awesome thing with Kalshi, DraftKings, Fanatics, Underdog. So many books. FanDuel is going to be getting in here as well. Available in all 50 states. Trade predictions market books are available in all 50 states. Doesn't matter where you live, as long as you're in America, you can bet on those books. So for those of you that live in a state that maybe you only have one or two books, these predictions markets open up a whole new world for you, and they will never limit you. They won't limit you. So you literally have a sports book that's your best friend for life. So it's a little bit of a different ball game on these prediction markets, but the beautiful thing is they're available in all 50 states, and they won't limit you. That's the best part about it. So Jordan was talking about, so let me get back in with everybody. Trust the math, Anton says, when I first started with sports betting, I went on deflating a 2-month losing streak. Already it happens. Jordan said, definitely happens. I was up almost 16 units 3 days last week, then lost 7 units this weekend. So definitely happens, guys. Over here on Bet Openly, Knicks -8. Somebody's betting this for about $7,700. Now, Pinnacle's taking 20 G's. Circa's taking 11 G's. This is, in terms of the price that you're getting, 7 cents off to Pinnacle. Bet Openly, guys, is like, again, another sports book that won't limit you. You don't have a full autonomy like 4CX, ProfitX, and Novig where you can create odds on your own. But here, there's a lot of plays out there that's great. Definitely like Bet Openly, guys. I use them all the time. Great sports book. Again, you'll never get limited. For any of you guys that are looking for a super long shot, Hawks on the money line tonight over at Fliff plus 860. Again, these all of this liquidity is way below Pinnacle's limits. But if you're interested, check it out because plus 860 odds is a good price. Yeah, already no doubt about that. That was about maybe like a week ago. Excuse me, where I was on a heater, felt like I couldn't lose. It was unreal. Cling and play here, Sportzino and MGM. It's way better on Sportzino, but the under on his blocks, it's a good price. This person's got almost $5,000 down. And again, guys, this is kind of a niche player prop market, like player blocks. Like when you see me ripping through player props, I very rarely ever bet this market, right? And someone has $5,000 down. They want this at plus 112 odds. So, like, even if you want to go grab this on DraftKings, I'm okay with it. It's awesome on Sportzino. Bovada, I would do that. MGM, right? Like, who the hell's betting $5,000 on player blocks unless you're maybe a pro bettor that has some type of model that tells you this? I don't know how many just regular casual sports bettors are like, hey, let me bet $5K on player blocks on an under, right? So, I definitely would pay attention to this one. Lynn, quick question, Billy. If you already won some bet early in the morning, then up like 3 to 4 units, should you call it, quit, or roll it? I mean, it's a great question, Lynn. This really comes down to personal preference, in my opinion. I totally understand. I've had days where I've been up and then I've given it all back to the books. If you've had a strong start to your day, you can obviously add on to it and have an incredible day. My whole line of thinking is if you normally know what's a good day for you, right? So what I mean by that is like if you normally like on a profitable day for you, if you make $100 to $300, that's considered a good day for you. Let's say you're up like $600 right now. Maybe I'd place a bet or two, but I would say, you know what, I'm going to start at like 450 because I want to make sure that I at least end the day in the green, right? If you're normally used to making $25 to $100 and now you're up $175, again, maybe you're like, you know what, I'll place a couple of bets, but I'm going to make sure that I end the day up $100. I'm totally okay with if you want to step away from it. I don't really believe there's a right or wrong answer here. It's just what you prefer. Obviously, there's definitely been days where, taking those extra bets have definitely elevated me to a new level of profit. Kyron, we bet this over. Dang, I bet this over at minus 108 on Bet Rivers. You can get this at Fanatics right now, guys, at minus 105. This is incredible. Damn, I still have some money over Fanatics. I could add. Oh no, it's minus 110. Never mind. What else do we got here? It's a good question though. The under 5.5 and the Oilers and the Jets. Yeah, I'm not really interested in it. Not really interested in that. Well, Bo, great point though. Every bet is independent, so it shouldn't matter. I agree with that. That's really a great point. In terms of every bet that you place is independent, so it shouldn't really matter, and you know that the edge is going to work itself out. So honestly, getting more bets down and more activity will provide you, or should provide you, more profits over that time. But I do understand the human aspect of it, that human element. Anton, is it over on Bet365 plus 110 odds? Let me peep it. Let me see. I do have a Bet365 account. If you can get, I'm assuming you were talking about, Anton, the Kyron Williams play. Let's see what we got here. NFL, I'm just double checking this right now on my cell phone here, guys, to see. No, it's minus 105 right now on Kyron, though, guys. For any of you guys that do have Bet365, I know we haven't said that word in a while, but this play is out there at minus 105 odds on Bet365. Definitely go bet this on 365 for any of you guys that have an account over there. Yeah, definitely a good price over there. It's at minus 105 on 365. Okay, let's take a look at some. We'll go over and look at some NFL player props, and then we'll jump into some NBA player props. Let's look for today. All right, D-Vigging, guys, 2 Pinnacle. Worst case scenario. Terrence Ferguson, no vig, $97. Go grab this. This is a low hold to Pinnacle. What do I mean by that? The over on Pinnacle is plus 108. The under on no vig is minus 108. It's the same number on the over and the under. If I bet $100 on Pinnacle on the over, I bet 108 on no vig on the under, I'm going to make a total payout of $208 no matter who wins or loses. That's a 0% hold. I can't win or lose any money. It's a very good play to go grab this. It's an ARB right now to Fanatics. It's a low hold to DraftKings. So I'm okay with this. Grab Ferguson's under on his receiving yards. Drake London under on his receiving yards. Again, $836. Pinnacle's taking $3,000 on this. I'm not worried or scared by the amount of money that ProfitX has here. I'm good with that. Everything comes down to price, guys, for me when it comes to data-driven sports betting. I only care about the price. And if you're like, I don't know, man, like it really comes down to the play. Trust me, if I gave you a good enough price, you could be interested in any kind of play. If I gave you plus 1 trillion odds on this, do you think you would be interested on this under? If I gave you plus 1 trillion odds on the over, do you think you would be interested on the over? Right? So I don't care about the people who are like, dude, it's more about the pick. Like, it's all about the price. The picks don't mean shit. It's all about the price, man. If the price is good enough, you're interested, right? No doubt about that. So it's just like that game that we play with our friends when we're sitting around the table drinking, like, how much would I have to pay you in order to do this or to do that, right? It's all about the price, baby. Blake Corum on his rushing yards. Don't see this very often. Bet online. This looks good. Let's see who's moving. Oh, baby. Look at Pinnacle move. Love that, guys. For any of you that have a low vig or bet online or sportsbetting.ag account, I'm going over here to hit this up on the rushing yards. No doubt about that. Blake Corum to get 45 rushing yards or more on Bet Online. And this isn't a props builder play, guys. To my knowledge, I think this is just Bet Online's actual odds for some of their few player props that they offer. I could be wrong. Let me see. Yeah, this is a different one. Corum. They're not showing it right now. They might have changed this. Let me see. Nope, there it is. Over 44.5 rushing yards. I found it. You guys just have to scroll down. Click on the Rams game, guys, and just scroll to the bottom or just Control F. Look for Blake Corum. This looks really good. What's the risk limit here? 575. Nice. I'm going to go in for a 250 spot here. I love that movement. It's really good. Orty, it might be, if you're talking about the anytime touchdown for Kyron on Bet365, then I appreciate you letting me know about that. But yeah, I mean, Anton says, it takes a while to wrap your head around the price over the outcome, but that's the correct way. No doubt. Because again, guys, I can give you very egregious examples and you would say, well, yeah, I would take that, obviously. Billy, you give me Blake Corum at plus 1 trillion odds on the over, like you're going to bet that. So it's all about price. And that's very important. Very, very important. Okay, that's pretty much it. Not a ton. Ferguson, guys, now on his receptions. MGM, Hard Rock. Anything that's really above plus 118 odds is solid. Going to move on from that. That's 2 soft books, guys, that you can make some good money on over there. Let's take a look at some NBA player props. Back on tomorrow morning, guys, at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. We are devigging the Pinnacle here. So for those of you that want to know the setup, minus 150, plus 130. It's really all about line movement, guys. You want to devig to FanDuel. You want to dig to Pinnacle. You want to devig to DraftKings. I don't really care who you devig to. I would prefer probably, though, it's a little bit more of the sharper books, but it's all about line movement from sharp books. Within the last 60 minutes or less, that's what gets me excited. That's what you're going to see me kind of like go like bananas over. So Dyson Daniels under on his player rebounds, right? We're looking at either ARBs to Pinnacle or line movement. So this isn't an ARB, okay? Because the over on Pinnacle is plus 111 and the under's at minus 118. So the minus odds number is larger than the plus odds number. That's not an ARB. So now I'm really looking for, okay, is it an ARB? No. Is it a low hold? No. So we need line movement then from Pinnacle. I need to see a lot of movement. And that's what I want to see, right? Movement from a sharp book. And look, MGM just moved to minus 125. But movement from a book, within just a minute, they went from minus 123, Pinnacle did, to minus 158. They bounced back to minus 149. That's a big movement, though, within the last 5 minutes. So that's why we want to go bet the stale books. Now, at minus 125, it's not really an edge anymore, but that's what we're really looking for. It's kind of my checklist. Is it an ARB? Is it a low hold? If it's one of those two things, I'm definitely interested. If it's not, then I need to see line movement. So on Castle on his assists, plus 110 on the under. The over on Pinnacle's minus 102. This is an ARB to Pinnacle. So I don't need to look at line movement. It's an ARB to Pinnacle. Go bet it. It's going to be a good play. Anytime you can day trade the books. Don't get caught up in the, well, Billy, it's a plus odds. It's an underdog odds. Like, trust me. Pinnacle's telling us we have a 53% chance of winning this. So the Pinnacle thinks this is a slight, almost a favorite, right? But we're getting this at plus odds, underdog odds. We're getting paid out way more than what we should. Right? Another example is like you cut someone's grass and they tell you they're going to pay you $20 and then you go cut their grass and then they give you $500. And you're like, I don't know, dude. Like you should have probably paid me like $50 at most, but they gave you $500. They're giving you way more money than what you should. So just go bet those plays. They're going to work out for you in the long run. Trust me on that. Same here with Wemby. Plus odds on the over, minus odds on the under. The plus odds number is larger than the minus odds. That's an ARB. Just go bet it. Rinse, repeat, move on. Royce O'Neal. And again, guys, this play might lose on Castle. It might lose on Wemby. But trust me, the more times you keep stacking up these types of plays, the profits are going to roll in for you. Or in this case, on the over on Royce O'Neal and his player rebounds, you have the plus odds on the over, plus odds on the under. Anytime that you have the over and under with plus odds on both sides, that's an ARB every single time. go bet it. Now, I don't really get into the weeds of, well, I need it to be a 2% ARB or a 5% ARB. If it's just an ARB, go bet it. Because one sportsbook's incorrect, and I'm putting my money on more times than not, it's the rec book that's screwed up and not so much Pinnacle. So I don't really need to look at it. And you're going to find this out, guys, with most of the high EV edge plays up here. These are going to be ARBs. As we start to scroll down a little bit less, scroll down on these plays, they're going to be more, they're going to go from ARBs to low holds, and then from low holds to like a couple cents off of being a low hold. So this is a low hold on FanDuel to Pinnacle. So I like these types of plays. If you want to jump in and look at some line movement, you can. And even though these are two books that have just two different projections, I lean that Pinnacle is a little bit sharper on Jordan Poole on his player-made threes. Eason, this just moved to plus 105 from plus 110. It's not an ARB anymore. You can see the EV percentage dropped, but I still really like this. Again, if we look over this movement here, let's see what's up. Chilling. Pinnacle dropped off. I really like that. Plus, Fanatics and FanDuel and DraftKings, guys, I'm fine betting this on FanDuel or DraftKings. I'm good with it, so I think I'm still logged in over here on FanDuel. We're looking at Tyree Eason over on his player-made threes. Something else, guys, if you're new to betting underdog odds and you want to test the waters, go bet Poole, go bet Eason, maybe go bet Nasri. These are all plus odds, right? You can play this as a round robin. 2x3 round robin, one of my favorite things to do on plus odds plays. Irish, appreciate you shouting that one out. London TD at Fanatics is a 5.5% EV edge play. We'll definitely have to take a look at that once we're done betting Tyree Eason. Plus 102 odds. I come over here, type in 102. They're like, hey, you should bet $250. I'm going to go, okay, can I bet $250? FanDuel says, I actually can. I'm not actually comfortable betting $250, honestly, but I'll bet I'm a little bit more 175. I like it. I want to have a little bit of protection, I should say. But 175 on Eason, okay? There we go. Let's pop over and quickly take a look at this. If it's still there. Where's the NFL play at? We're looking at Drake London for an anytime touchdown score. Yeah, I don't know why that didn't pop up. Let's remove the VIG from Pinnacle to see what this is. Anything above plus 166 is really good, guys. Yeah, I agree with this. Fanatics, Drake London, anytime TD. I'm going to go over here to Fanatics right now. Bet this. Again, this is one market, guys. Even on a limited Fanatics account, you might be able to still wager some decent money. Might be able to get 25 to 50 bucks over there. Fanatics is pretty fair when it comes to the anytime touchdown scores. As we get closer to kickoff, you'll be able to wager more money on this. London plus 180, and it just moved to plus 155. Kiss my grits. Unbelievable. Hopefully, if you're like Irish, you were able to get that, guys, but it just moved to plus 155. At plus 170 to FanDuel, it's not real. There's a slight edge. I'm not interested in it anymore. Unfortunate, but it was a very good play. Thanks for the shout out, Irish. Let's go back over quickly to anytime goal scores because we had a lot earlier. Anything new that popped up? No. Nichushkin, no. Not really. No, it's kind of same old. But again, if you guys haven't, if you're tuning in a little bit later, Nichushkin, Fanatics, FanDuel, definitely bet that. He plays for the Avalanche. Really good play over there. Appreciate you guys answering the squirt question. Ballybet does on some, not all. So some of the props they will, others they won't. You'll notice sometimes, like when I'm scrolling through plays here, Ballybet won't offer the under maybe, or vice versa, the over, but Bet Rivers will. They'll offer the over, the under. So these books are, even though they're similar, like Bet Rivers and Ballybet, they're slightly different as well. 54% said squirt soda pop, tasty. 46 said it's garbage. So a little bit worse, a little bit better than a flip of a coin. Appreciate all 26 people that voted. Guys, that's where I'm going to kind of chill right now. I'm going to go grab some dinner, get locked and loaded for an awesome time of betting coming up here really soon. Questions, email me, DM me. Back on tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern. Hopefully you guys were able to tail some plays. Appreciate all you guys hanging out. Nothing else, guys. Have an awesome Monday. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Take care.